Alrighty. Welcome back to the podcast. I said welcome back. Welcome back to the podcast. Welcome. You're out of tune. Help me out here to Backyard Shenanigans. Yeah. Wow, that's a foreboding sound.
Yeah, what is that?
We've honestly fucked it straight off the bat with Marco pressing buttons. That's so intense. All right, I'm gonna turn that down and see if it goes away for a bit. Alrighty.
Nice though.
Yes.
Let's start with that.
Can you fuck off out of our podcast? We are filming right now, and you're in the fuck. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to Backyard Shenanigans. As always, I'm your host, Jacob Adolf Wescombe, and alongside me is my manservant, Michelle.
We're going with that then, I guess.
His manservant, Michelle. His name's Marco Rubino. He's my little guy on the mic today. He's my co-host.
You like that shit? You drink that water?
So we wanted to start Backyard Shenanigans to kind of promote the idea that any old idiots can make a podcast. Look at Marco in the eyes. And then look away. No, not you. You keep looking. Don't make this weird.
Right.
Alrighty. So what do you feel like talking about today, Marco?
Look, I wanted to bring something up. While we're here, I wanted to bring something up about the other night.
What happened the other night?
Now, look. We all enjoy a drink, right?
I don't.
You don't enjoy a drink.
I'm not about it.
That's bullshit.
No, Jesus said.
No, Jesus does not come into this at all
Listen,
yet.
if we're going to talk about Jesus, this whole podcast, I'm going to be really upset, okay?
Jesus.
Keep him in church, all right?
Jesus.
Wait,
Jesus.
you were talking about my Mexican
I've
friend,
only got two
Jesus.
languages. Oh, yeah?
He's a good Temos, mate. By the way, go watch El Tejano Down Under. It's a good podcast.
That is a good podcast.
Shout out to our Tejano friend.
That's a good stuff. I didn't actually recognize it the first second you said it, but I've read it that many times that the images came into my head.
You see a kangaroo with a Mexican Texan flag.
Yeah, it's actually mad.
That's what the podcast logo looks like. We'll make one as well.
Best barber.
Here on
Best barber.
Backyard Shenanigans. Go follow us on Instagram. I don't know if we have one.
We don't have one on Instagram.
We'll get one. And you
Maybe
can
by
follow us
the
there.
end of this, once it's up, we'll have an Instagram.
I hope not. What did you want to talk about before I really interrupted you?
So, yeah, we all enjoy a drink, and
The ominous sound is still there. You ruined it. Look.
We'll just turn it off. We'll just leave it.
I'm very scared. Stop making it worse. Yeah, no, it's now definitely 100% worse.
Yeah, that's all right.
Go on.
Maybe try to restart it while we're talking.
Yeah, you go.
Now, yeah, as I was saying, we all enjoy drink. And do you remember, you were there. You were very much part of this. We were all sitting on the couches in your backyard, and we were speaking about one of our mates and how he's thinking of going for it, just tying the knot, unloosening the knot, whatever you want to call it, stretching it out.
He's desperate. Hopefully he's not doing that. That's...
Hit in the hay!
Oh, Jesus.
Real hard! Anyways,
Yeah.
so he's thinking of, putting a ring on it.
He's putting a ring on it.
Yeah, as Beyonce likes to say.
As Beyonce has said many times.
And I was,
put a ring on it.
I don't know if you remember this, but I was curious and I was thinking,
Well, I've got a few ways that I would propose.
You're married.
I would go back and do it again in a heartbeat because it
fucking
was
yeah,
garbage the way I did it.
of
See,
course.
I feel like doing it on the knee is not enough. I feel like there's a better way to propose.
Look, see, that's where my idea came in. Now, I was thinking, no one wants any ordinary day.
No one.
Something is expecting something different. So I was thinking, while he was blabbering on,
and by God, this person blabbers.
Yeah, fucking oath.
The podcast.
And he was
fans
talking,
will.
I was thinking what if we just give him an idea here, just see what he says. So I'm like, do it on a horse.
Do it on a horse.
Do it on a fucking horse. Imagine, yeah? So just picture this. Sunset, beautiful red, pinkish, whatever the fuck you want to call it, sky. Beautiful.
Pink, whatever you want to call it.
Whatever you're going to call it, yeah? There's only two colours that I could think of.
There's
yeah?
only two colours that exist.
Well, okay. So anyways, imagine an open field, yeah?
No.
Well, this is not going to work if you're not going to manage
I'll
it.
give it I'm in an open field.
Open field, sunset, and you're on this horse, and you're at the back, she's at the front. You know,
You're
arms
both
are wrapped
on the
around.
horse.
You're both on a horse, bro. Of course.
You said do it on a horse, and you mean both people be on a horse. It's big enough to take 2 grown adults.
Bro, it's a horse. This fucker's a
Like I say,
big.
a big horse.
Yeah.
You know, go on a Shetland pony. You know.
No. That's why I said horse and not pony.
Listen, this is why you said that.
Well, that's just the way you imagined it. I'm here to clear that.
I'm sorry for who I
imagination
am.
from your
I'm sorry,
head.
ladies and
That's okay.
gentlemen.
It's all right. We're all fuckwits
It's
sometimes.
it's a deep dad
It's all right.
day.
Anyways, you're both on the horse and you just go for it. Do you want to marry me?
That's a fucking cool.
Now,
idea.
I thought it was a good idea. He didn't. But he's doing it.
Well, I was thinking, I was there, ladies and gentlemen. My acting before didn't give it away, but I knew that he was going to say, "Do it on a horse."
I don't think anyone had a doubt because
No,
said you were there.
I was acting really well.
Yeah, right.
And I think that from now on in, whatever he does is going to be much shitter. If he's going to try propose fucking normally,
Yeah, that's the
you've
point.
now- no, but
we've
no,
set
you've
a
now ruined
standard
it.
now.
You've now ruined it.
I think I made it better.
What do you
I
mean?
still stand
No,
by the
because-
idea.
because-
I have nothing wrong with the
Because if
idea.
he doesn't get on a horse with a pink sky, everything is shitter than
I mean,
that.
it doesn't matter about the
everything's shitter than
setting
that.
is okay.
It's
Like you can fuck around with that, but the horse is the idea.
It's like saying, do a wedding, do it off a fucking plane, jump off the plane and do it there. That's a wedding. Everything is shitter than that.
I wasn't saying the wedding. I was just saying proposing.
I know, but it's like you've set the bar here. It can only be shitter than that. If you said, do it in a sewer, he'll be like, oh, I'll do better than that. But you said, do it on a horse with a sunset.
I didn't say that part.
Because
I added that part
It means
afterwards.
that if there's a cloud in the sky, this whole day is ruined.
Well, that's why I didn't say that part. I said do it on a horse. That's it. That was the end of that. But then you guys wanted more, so I,
You just set the bar.
gave you an
so
encore.
high.
Like,
What are you meant to do?
well, you just, I
also
just think it would be very, very like.
Listen, if you're thinking about the
Majestic.
practicality of it, and I always am, if you're thinking about the practicality of it, are you going to get on one knee?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking.
Will you
My
be
idea
on the
was
horseback on one knee?
nah, bro,
You
nah.
got balance.
Because my idea was let's do something different. It's not an ordinary day, and it's not an ordinary engagement, and I think that's how it should be. Depending on your partner, how she is. If she's a bitch, then you're like, fucking touch my mic, bro.
I'll do it again.
I'll get my sock off and I'll fucking slap you in the face.
He says, "Got a Bond sock for a guard."
We're on a budget for now. Like,
But we have a keyboard that is. Let's see if it's still ruined. Yep, it's fucking.
But we got one of these.
Well, we'll use this for
That
the
stuff-
ominous parts of our thing for the
Yeah.
rest of the day. It can still play, but it's very ominous. It's pretty good.
That's it. No,
All right,
that's
let's mute the
practiced
evil
that
sounds
before.
back. No, I've got to agree.
Yeah. Now going off that, sorry, completely different
Doing
context.
it on
but-
a horse is something that I've never ever I proposed and it never came to mind.
Look, I don't know how I thought about it. I just now think
gotta
I'm
do it on a
most
horse.
likely going to propose on a horse if I ever propose. Like,
Also, yeah. So, hold on a second. So let's just say you're on the back of the horse because you're a guy, or are you on the front of the horse because you're a guy?
I'm on the back.
See, that's the thing. That means.
Well, then you can't look at her, and you can't see the finger.
But she can't
see-
look at you either. There's a few things wrong with this horse idea.
Well, I mean, you could
One of
make it
them
weird,
isn't
and she
look-
sits facing the back of the horse. You sit facing the front on the back.
Is that
so
making
you're
it
just
weird
sort of
or
like.
absolutely legendary?
Like,
no,
the
sorry.
idea's only getting better, and you're
Dude.
selling it to me more, even though I came up with it. Like,
No, okay, so I'm riding on the horse. I'm facing the front
right,
because I'm an alpha.
right, sure.
Because I'm not.
Girls are in the back, so. But not this time. Not this time.
So and she's fucking facing me like this.
Yeah.
Because it's a horse. And it's not 5 meters of space. It's just a bit of space.
You got a better meter there.
It's a saddle too, so you got to fit on the saddle.
Don't sit in the saddle.
Okay.
See, the point of making it majestic is that it's out of the ordinary. Like I want it to be like
So,
something new.
You're closer than we are now. Whereas we're like this. We're 5 centimeters away from each other's face because it's romantic. I can see the skyline. She can only see the city that we just came from because she's looking backwards.
Why are we
Romantic
coming
as
from a
hell.
city? Why aren't we going to another country where it's just desert, and then we go into the
Honestly,
desert, and then we find grass in the desert?
You found the flaw in my point. So we're looking at each other, and we're 5 centimeters away from each other, and I grab the box and just shove it up between our noses and say,
Well, not in a mic. It wouldn't sound that shit.
No, but sorry. Because we've fucking squished the last 5 centimeters full of a ring box.
See, no, I don't think so. Plus, in
That's
those
good.
situations...
No, that's fine if you don't think so.
I mean, I think you're just thinking about it too much.
Honestly, I just wanted to dissect what could be the greatest piece of advice or the worst piece of advice.
And what have we come to the conclusion of?
He's got to do it on a horse.
So all that fucking around, and you're agreeing with me. You're trying to dissect
What
it.
am I meant to do? I have
You're
to
trying
agree
to
with
dissect. Not everything needs to be questioned.
No, but...
You go and question Picasso. What the fuck was up with that?
Yeah, but you can question...
No. See, no one questioned it. Who questioned it?
No one's questioned
These
Picasso.
cunts putting mouths where foreheads are meant to be,
but
and no one's saying anything? Like...
Until you right now.
I'm sure someone said anything, but not publicly that everyone knows about. Like, I feel like it needs to be addressed.
Do you know what, like, art critique is?
Sure.
Where they look at it and they say, what's going on here?
Yeah.
And they publish it to people. And a lot of people read it.
Where's this article, mate? I haven't seen this fucking article.
Listen.
Do you know about anyone that said anything?
I don't know how you got
when you're taught about him in school,
I don't know how you got this far as a carpenter and you haven't read Art Critique by Picasso. It
I'm
doesn't
not
make any
gay?
sense. If you were, would you have read it?
I don't know.
That's it.
I couldn't tell you. I'm not gay.
One side of things, I suppose. Yeah, okay.
Oh, okay. So at least I'm not dissecting all your shit.
Well, actually, with Picasso...
Yeah, go on. No, if you actually know something, you should tell me now before it's too late.
Oh, I don't... Listen,
I'm planning to do
there's all these
something, I'll
words
be
that you
proud of
can
it.
use about Picasso. Like, there's... Like, when artists speak, they're like, oh, because of his lines. Oh, he's an absurdist. Oh, he's an obscurist. Oh, he's a realist.
Yeah,
He's a
right.
paint. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
But all of those words mean shit because what the fuck was going on? We're the only ones talking about this.
And I think it should be addressed. Because things like this shouldn't go unnoticed.
I think for a long time it's been building up.
Yeah.
I think someone needs to talk about this. I think it's our job to talk about
How
this.
deep can you look in my eyes and for how long until you just crack?
Right now.
Let's do it.
No,
Keep the anonymous.
No, it's because you got the eyes of like a drunken prostitute, and I'm not about it.
I don't know how many drunken prostitutes you've come across in your lifetime, but
I always look them in the eye.
so there's been a few. You're not going off one
Every time
thing.
I'm walking down the street, I make sure they know they're loved by looking them in their eye. Because you know what their dad did? Their dad didn't look them in the eye.
You don't know that?
Oh, it's probably you're
You
right.
shouldn't look at-
I shouldn't insult
Damn,
sex
man.
workers. They've got a job. It's a good
got a
job. I haven't got a job.
You haven't got a job, so you really can't do it.
I'm not doing nearly as well. The jokes can fly, but it's not going to work.
But yeah, going on the horse idea, right? Now, we were all pretty fucked that day. Night. And on that, it just came across my mind.
No.
Like, just out of nowhere, like,
Do it on a horse.
do you remember all the fucking dumb things we've done while we've been under the influence of alcoholism?
I don't remember all of the dumb things we've done. I remember a lot of the dumb things we've done.
Yep.
I remember...
Do you remember specifically the times you munted?
I have...
Because those were the good
I
times.
have great recollections of them. There's some good month stories out there. There's a few... All right.
Just looking around. Anywhere you look in this backyard.
I'm trying to find somewhere that I haven't, and the tomato plants behind us probably it. Quick
tomatoes.
reminder, Backyard Shenanigans, we do this podcast at a different place in a backyard or a front yard every week. If you want us to come to your front yard, let us know, write it in the comments. We'll come to your backyard and we'll do a
creepy.
podcast. And you can be our fans, like our fans that are here today.
100%. I'm keen on that. Are you keen on that?
There's no one there.
I'm keen on
But no, and we'll interview you. So if that's...
Don't put him under pressure.
No, we'll put you under pressure.
Fuck you up.
If you've taken this on,
It's time.
if you've taken this
You
on,
can't do anything.
if you want us there, you're gonna fucking listen to what we have to say, and you're gonna get interviewed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him.
I
over here.
I'm a bit nervous about it, honestly. I talk a lot.
Fuck off.
Fuck off.
Call that video.
Shit. No, but there's a few. I think there's a few of our friends who I knew this guy once. who came home absolutely plastered. He
Yeah.
lived with his mum and dad, and he was so hammered. He got into bed, he sat down, and he's like, "Nah, mate, I'm gonna have to munt." So he quickly runs over and he pulls the
I
window
love how he's
up.
having this conversation with himself. Though. He's still sane.
Mate, he's drunk enough that there is an internal dialogue.
Yeah, at least he got up out of bed.
But it's
Could've been
kind of
worse.
that stage where the internal dialogue actually runs your thoughts. You know, like when you're just doing something, you're like, "Oh, I'll just pick that up." But when you're drunk, you're like, "I have to pick that up. I'm gonna do it now," and you address it.
Right.
So he addressed it.
Yeah.
He sat there with these munt ideas, and he went, "Oh, quick, I can do this." He was on the top story, and he just flew the window open and just munted out, and he was like, "Oh, I feel so much better." It was like projectile.
What the fuck?
He projected out the door, and he was so happy. So
Did he hit anyone?
No, it was like 3 a.m. in the morning. Okay, a few orphans. We're not gonna fucking play around with that. So yeah, he munts on the orphans. He quickly shuts the door. He goes back to sleep, and he lies in his bed all night. He wakes up the next morning to the sound of flies.
Flies?
Flies.
Flies.
And he looks over at his window, and the fly screen was there. So he flung the window open and just munted into fly screen. And then it was everywhere on the floor. It was everywhere on the thing. He thought he had nailed it. He genuinely thought he nailed it. He threw the window and went,
No.
done and dusted, off to bed. And he's just munted into the grates of a fucking, like a fly wire.
Oh, imagine trying to clean the actual cavity where the actual...
I don't know if you've ever done this. We're jumping straight into it. I had some explosive diarrhea, and it's really fun. When you're sitting there and you just...
It's really fun.
You're shooting hot lava at a fucking porcelain bowl, and you're doing one of these ones, and you all of a sudden get the vomits.
Oh.
So you're like, oh, what am I going to do?
Wait, you're sitting down.
I'm sitting down.
You're shitting
on the
all
toilet, already shitting.
Cool.
Something triggers in me a vomitous feeling. Okay, so, you kind of starting like a shackers of vomit and shit.
That's disgusting.
If you do a shackers of it. So I'm sitting there, and I'm going, oh, I've got to vomit. Where's the only place to vomit? The toilet.
Of course, you want to try and keep it clean in there.
But
you
it
don't have to clean
came
up.
so quickly on me that I just stood up and just munted into the bowl. Now, this could have brought out so many things. I could have coloured the back of the toilet a new colour.
Yeah.
That
Sure.
didn't happen. It wasn't that explosive at this stage. I could have, vomited all over the floor and on my feet.
Yeah.
That's pretty gross.
That's pretty fucking gross.
That's pretty gross.
pretty up there because you have to clean your feet, the floor, and whatever else you hit.
It was going to be pretty gross. I could have vomited in the bowl and just nailed it. Shot my shot and done a good job.
You'd
sat
have to
back
be
down.
pretty flexible, I'll give you that.
Or what I could have done was what exactly I did.
What exactly I did?
I looked down and I was like, oh, don't get it on the bowl. So I
Fair
just shot back and vomited all over my penis. Just all over it.
No!
And just in the bowl as well, but it was...
You had vomit dick. You had vomit dick. You had munt dick.
I'm not going to say that I had...
A munty dick. You had a dick that was munted.
It was...
You had a munted dick.
Listen.
You munted on your dick.
Sorry.
That's
now,
disgusting.
when I tell you right now that it wasn't like I was just doing it, looking at it, just letting it smash it. But when it hit it, I went, oh no. And then, blah, 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 and still going on this. Blah, blah, blah. And yeah, I'm not ashamed to say that I've had a bit of vom dick.
That's fucked up.
Listen,
But
if my
what I
mum
wanna
goes
know-
on to hear this podcast, I'm honestly not that fussed. I feel like
a proud moment.
I feel like there are people out there that are doing this, and it's not just me.
Well, I don't actually. I'm the opposite. I don't think there's many people that have done it. And if you have done it, that's something to brag about.
Do you think it's something to brag about?
I think it's something bucket list worthy at least. Like,
So when you're dying, you look at your kids, you look at little...
munted on my dick? Check. You just go through it.
Sorry, that's top of the list. I was going to say, maybe say to your kids you love them. Maybe go skydiving and then vomit on your dick. But no, yours is top.
Munted on dick. You start high.
It's the number one.
You know, you can now say, I was at the party. You know, like,
So wait a second, you don't cross it off on your bucket list. You've done everything. You've seen the world, but you didn't vomit on your dick and you're on your deathbed.
do you want to say, I have a Dude, I'd fucking just start finger in my throat and just like, no regrets. You know?
For Narnia.
For Narnia. What the fuck?
Oh, dude.
I reckon the what's it? 100%.
The worst plan. That's the worst plan.
I don't think it's that bad.
Sorry, also because your family's surrounding you, your grandkids are there, and you're like, oh, I forgot something.
He's like, this is like in the blink of like the end. Like, this is it. This is like the last
on
few.
your way out.
Dude, you could be. I think I'd
feel
wait
the
though.
cold. You feel the cold.
No, yeah,
And
but
you
I think
do
I'd
it.
wait. I think I'd be like, I have about 15 minutes left. Month.
Wait, sorry. Because
I wanna see what happens.
Are you a doctor? Because you know you have 15 minutes left. So you've become a doctor. You've travelled the world as a doctor.
Well, I feel like you can understand your body a bit more in that stage because it's like, well, I'm still getting
Do you
oxygen.
think doctors understand their bodies better? I feel like
I think they understand
would
what.
they be able to like they're not allowed to prescribe drugs for themselves nor self-diagnose.
Right.
But surely they do.
I think it's one of those things. Like,
Sure.
I'm sure police officers break the law. I'm sure.
I don't think so at all.
I'm sure.
I've never seen a police officer do anything that's.
I'm
considered
sure.
illegal.
I'm sure sex workers have a part-time job at a supermarket. Like, you know, people do things.
You work in a supermarket.
I worked at a supermarket. I worked at a
You
big
son of a bitch!
supermarket.
I'm in. No,
very
but
big supermarket.
sorry, our fans are just getting a bit rowdy. If you can hear that, if you can't hear that, Luca is physically assaulting his girlfriend.
It's for fun.
Please leave the podcast alone, Luca.
Chajo.
Oh my god. Okay.
But yeah, look,
No,
Munty Dick, I think would be somewhere there
It's,
on the top.
Listen, it's not the greatest feeling, but you know what it was.
Bowels are warm.
You know what it was? It was a new experience. Across
Bucket list.
No.
You should make a bucket list for that.
Well, listen. What? I already did it, so I don't need to make it for
Well,
that.
But nothing's been ticked. Nothing's been declared. Nothing in your life has been.
I haven't done anything that I wanted to.
Well, no one has proof of it. Whereas it's on paper. Like, you can't fuck with paper.
Listen, I just get the feeling you haven't read because first you say no one's brought up Picasso. You said no one's.
But
seen
everyone
a bucket list.
everyone
Do you
knew.
read?
Everyone knew he had problems, and that's
Okay,
fine.
Read. It's time to talk about it.
Look,
1300 69906.
Triple five.
It's the read or write hotline. You stupid blind.
I wouldn't know,
deaf
I couldn't read it.
bitch. Yeah, it's true. I obviously sometimes thought that I was like, they've got it up on the board, like on the telly, the number. Oh, listen, that's why they sing it and it's catchy and stuff like that, so that you can go to someone and say, "Can you help me out with this?" 1300 65506.
Oh my god.
That's why they made it catchy.
But I think numbers is different to words though. Numbers is
Yeah, but
different to letters.
if you got no reading skills, everything looks funny. Well, sorry. Now we're gonna preface this. We're gonna preface this show by just saying that everything we say is right, is true. No, we wouldn't.
Why would we say it if it's not?
Are you telling me that I don't know everything that we talk about? No, I do know.
Why would we be talking about it? Like,
Why would we start a podcast if we didn't know
Exactly.
everything? So yeah, I feel like they just can't read. Well, no, I don't feel like I know that they just can't read anything.
'Cause you can't
That
read.
It just all looks like, I don't know, like smoke lightly caressing the skin of an infant.
that's fucked up.
That's what it looks like to them.
But you know what? I see it.
Everyone sees it. See, this is why I got into the podcast business. Seriously, our crowd is absolutely rowdy. I don't.
You know, it's so funny when you shut the fuck up.
Oi, can you guys do me your best rendition of shutting the fuck up? Can you guys cover silence?
Ha ha ha!
Oh, stupid idiots. No, but we think that you've become a doctor.
I'm sorry.
You become a doctor because you can self-assess that you're about to die in 15
Right.
minutes.
I forgot what we were talking about. That's
So you're like, 15 minutes, this is my time. And you walk off into the distance.
Yeah.
Happy as Larry, but just the second you're about to go and meet your maker.
No. See, 15 minutes before you're going to go. So you can see the reaction.
You're not
You don't
spending
just-
that time saying hi to your kids. What, you want a reaction?
I want a reaction.
You want
I'm
people-
not munting on my dick and dying uncomfortably because I just want to. I want to see what happens. I want to see.
You don't want to do it.
I want to see the consequences. If there are any, if there aren't any, I want to see what happens. There's munt on my penis right now. Like,
I want to be brought to justice.
you
I just ruined everyone's day.
can't tick off your bucket list unless you know what. Like, if you jumped off a plane and then just don't remember anything until you're on the floor.
Did you do it?
Did you do it? Did you do it? You're gonna munt on your dick,
You've
see
got
what happens.
Such a bad approach to your life. Because
No regrets.
Because, like, what if, like, this intuition wakes up in you, and one day you're driving a car and you're about to go into a deadly car crash that's going to kill you? Like, you're like,
oh shit!
You're just driving, and you're like, oh no, in 15 minutes I'm going to die. Obviously. I'm a doctor.
Yeah, no shit.
I've lived a long life.
I know I'm going to crash in 15 minutes. Then just get to the 15 minute mark and just go,
bang.
Yeah, you can control that.
Get out of the way, kiddies. And then you die.
Yeah, that's it.
That's the way it goes.
No, that's fucking sick.
Listen, I've escaped from
Guantanamo Bay?
I was going to say it, but no, I escaped from a school zone one time, nearly killing a kid. It was... This is one of those things you bring up on the podcast.
Oh. Right. No, I thought it was weird.
No, I was going to kill a kid. That's what happened.
Yeah,
and it was because I was picking up Sebastian from school one day, and he was walking across the road, and I thought this could be so easy.
So you just little love kiss.
I didn't, but I was gonna.
Sure, I was gonna kill people.
Have you? Do you think that?
You can't take that off your bucket list because you haven't done it. You don't know what.
No, I'm saying. Have you ever thought of killing somebody?
Yeah. I think everyone has.
You're such a guitarist. Hold the mic up. You're like, that's good enough. This is good for everyone.
Well. Some more of that. Fuck.
I don't know how you ruined this, bro. This is ridiculous. Oh, what? Okay, so we're just going to have a quick musical interlude here. Alright, we're just going to fucking jam out for a second. Okay, Marco's doing the drums, and I'm not quite sure why I gave him this job. It's a daunting job. Alright, so we're back. So yeah, just normal shit.
Yeah.
You're going to munch on your dick in your last few minutes of life.
Yeah. I'm going to make every one of my
so,
kids...
wait, does that... listen,
in respect.
I've never asked anyone this.
I don't think I want
to know. And I'd like you to like tell me as it is. Are you proud of me?
Am I proud of you?
Yes. For vomiting on my penis.
Oh! Right, you mean in general.
But you're regularly deeply ashamed of me. But right now, in this thought...
Right now, it's okay. It's okay. I'm proud of you. Look, I think I want to try it.
Well, guys, that's the end of the podcast.
No, actually...
No, I'm sorry.
No,
I thought that was it.
No, I'd probably munt from looking at the mun on my dick. That'd be gross.
It was a thought. I had that thought. I was like...
Would you have anything left? Because you're munting. Looking at your mun, so you're munting more.
No, listen. One time... I have a certain level of pressure that my body can build up into a good vomit.
Right.
And I truly think it's unparalleled. It's the most unbridled blast. One time I was playing cricket and we went out the night before to, I don't know, is it 176 Chapel? What's that thing that young people go to? 170, 140 Chapel?
Yeah, we'll go with that. Fuck it.
That one. Yeah, that's a sick place. And I don't know why, but my friend kept giving me espresso martinis.
Oh, they're sick.
No, they're
good
garbage.
Though. No.
They are garbage.
They're so good.
They're drinks if you enjoy hating yourself.
Well, no, if you're feeling a bit down, you're just crashing a bit, chuck one of those in ya. You'd be fucking buzzing in 10 seconds, mate, 100%.
So you're thinking that people in nightclubs are like, big man of cocaine. Nah, I'll have an espresso martini.
You gotta start somewhere.
Bro, they taste like trash. Anyways, so I had like 4 of them because he kept buying them for me. And I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to take a free drink. Are you kidding? And I get to cricket.
You could just say, I love a beer, but...
No, because he didn't ask me what you wanted. He said, here's an espresso martini. And I went,
take it.
My mum didn't raise a bitch, so I'm going to fucking drink this shit drink. Anyways, so I was, 4 or 5 deep, and I had enough other drinks and stuff like that. But the espresso martini stays in your stomach because about 14 hours later, when I was starting my cricket match, we're all in our whites, we're good to go. Captain does a speech, he goes, come on, boys, let's get out there, let's go, right in. I say, I'm just going to quickly go to the toilet. And I'm standing outside the cubicle because I didn't make it.
Oh no, please don't tell me.
Door wide open. And I'm hitting the back of the toilet. I'm hitting the top of the toilet.
But I got from your ass?
No, I'm vomiting.
Oh my god!
No, I'm not turning around.
Jesus
shooting.
Christ.
I didn't have time to get to the toilet.
I just saw you fucking
stop.
spreading your ass cheeks.
Stop.
At the toilet bowl.
I didn't make it. No, I was munching. And I'm standing outside the thing and I'm shooting the back of the wall with these ones, like pressure. I was like a Pez dispenser, just fucking rocking my neck back and throwing stuff out. Dude, it looked like, I don't know, fucking Blastoise. It looked like War Turtle doing water gun.
I don't know any of those things.
Squirtle, Pokemon, Squirtle.
Sure.
Okay.
Another turtle.
Shooting water out of his mouth. Anyways, and it was brown and it smelled like coffee because it was espresso martini.
Oh.
And dude, when I tell you right now that I painted every single wall of that, the floor, everything, a new color.
Who cleaned it?
No. Well, the thing was,
You did not walk out. You did not walk out of
everyone
it.
was waiting for me in the cricket field. What was I going to do?
Oh my God.
So I just quickly finished my munt. I did a wipe and I went, and I turned around and went out onto the field. Now this is the issue, because then I came back after fielding for a break and, you know, and set up and batted and did my own stuff. So I had about 6 opportunities to clean it up.
You tried that, man.
Mate, I didn't touch it. There is someone out there in the city of Burundara who has cleaned the muntiest espresso munts.
No.
Would have been leaders of it. And has no idea why it happened and why no one helped.
Why? This is like Picasso. But they're asking questions. This is society today,
They're trying to get to the bottom of this.
I want to understand why. No one said anything.
No, they probably said something, but I...
But he did have problems. I know that, right? He did have problems.
What?
He did have problems, didn't he?
The janitor.
Picasso.
Mental problems.
Picasso.
I thought you meant the janitor cleaning my vomit. I'm like, well, he probably does now. He's got mental problems. He's got problems, yeah? Sure. Never met him.
Probably fucked up now.
Listen, if next time I get to talk to Greg, I'll find out.
Who's Greg?
The vomit guy. I don't know. I just assume his name's Greg.
Can you find out who the janitor
I'm
is?
certain I can't. It was about 2 years ago.
Oh.
But listen,
probably
it may be like a folklore story to them.
Maybe.
They may be like, oh, your espresso martini day.
Oh my God.
Because it was, no, when I tell you right now, there wasn't an inch of that toilet that wasn't covered.
That's fucked.
It was, so like, I mean, it's just, I have a gift, and I want to share
I don't know if I'd call it a
and I want to
gift.
share it with the world. This is what my goal is. It's just munt everywhere. I really enjoy, I don't enjoy it in the middle of it, but the after feeling, you can't deny it.
Really? I hate it.
I had a friend who one time said that when he vomits, he keeps his teeth closed to keep the carrot chunks in for a snack.
I'm going to assume that's a joke. Because I'm about to munt thinking about that.
He goes, with teeth shut, and then just goes, oh.
It would just dribble down.
Mate, it's like...
It wouldn't even come out. Explosive.
No, you know who dribbles down vomiting? One of our crowd members out here tonight. I'm not going to say his name, but he's a hell of a looker. If you look at him, he's a hell of a looker. And he had this uncanny ability to not know he was vomiting. He one time took the biggest drag of a cigarette I've ever seen. He's just gone... and just all over himself.
Remember the other night?
For no reason. I do remember the other night. See, that's another issue. See, the thing is, if it was a standalone event, I'm like, cool. You just didn't know you were going to vomit. He doesn't know when he's going to vomit.
And he thought he was being cheeky about it. No one saw him.
Mate,
everyone saw you. It was fucking gross.
He drops back. Oh God! He drops back the drink, fully polishes it off, and then goes on to just quickly go vomits, catches it in his hand, and slurps it back up in a second. In a second, and I'll replay it for you. Okay, ready? Drink. Done. Dude, when I looked down, he had a drop on his chest.
He had nothing on his nothing. You couldn't see it at all.
It was like bright orange vomit for no reason, and he caught it in his hand, slurped it, and tried to play it off like no one noticed. 2 people noticed.
You're a dog.
It was absolutely ridiculous. See, there are some people who have a gift of vomiting, and there's some people who don't.
Do you remember me at your engagement? So, picture me what was it?
You were
17?
Maybe.
I was 17.
I think you were 16. It was the year before our wedding, and we were in October.
No, I was definitely 17.
Oh, because October.
2017,
Your birthday's in September.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 17. Either way.
I'm a good friend.
17-year-old, and I was just going through that stage. I was working out a lot, eating very well.
Why were you working out a lot?
I didn't really drink. We're not going to address that just yet.
Okay.
So I was fit. I felt good. But I hadn't drank yet. I'd never been drunk. 17-year-old, I've never been drunk. Yeah? And
I keep using it. It's just unreal.
It's fucked good. It's fucked. It's the sound of it being fucked.
For no reason.
It works.
It works really well.
But anyways, so I thought, let's partner up with someone here. The night was going great. It was
swell.
it was swell.
Was it going swell?
As soon as my parents left, I was polishing by the bottle Jack Daniels, like no tomorrow. And it was great. I ended up polishing a bottle, a full bottle.
You were 17 years old. You had what, maybe 4% body fat at the time?
Maybe. No, I wouldn't get that low, but
Wow.
You fixed it.
No, I'm just fucking around with you. No, we can just play the drums whenever we want.
Right.
So if you just want to go, that's a cool sound. Yeah, okay, sweat.
I love that. We should.
Sweat.
We should.
Not bow. It's sweat.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, okay.
It's all right.
Sorry.
Hi, I'm Tom Tucker. All right, go on.
I was just projectile munting out of our car when Mum picked us up.
Your mum, when she picked you up, she goes, "Is there something wrong with
She wasn't fucking convinced.
Is something wrong with Marco?"
I couldn't walk by myself.
Miriam from the back, between jilted laughter, goes, "Oh, he's just a bit sick. He's just a bit. He's had a bug." And your mum's like, "It's a good bug. Yeah, I'm sure it's really affecting him." Mate,
I didn't know about this.
You were polished. You were done and dusted. You were.
But then I remember specifically getting home and taking me, because at the time I had a bunk bed. It took me about 25 minutes to get onto the bunk because I was on the top, obviously.
Of course. You're not the alpha.
And my mum kept asking one of our mates that was there that took us home, what's wrong with him? What happened? He's not okay. And in the heat of the moment, he didn't know how to answer, so he's just doing star jumps in front of her. What? Because he just started doing star jumps.
As a distraction.
As a distraction.
Smoke and mirrors.
And you know what?
You'll
It worked.
forget the question.
Mum ended up walking away.
No.
He started-
Oh, bless her.
Oh.
Jeez. That was... So, okay.
It was just...
So,
It's a great experience.
What's going on with Marco?
Good form. It was a good form.
Wow.
It wasn't even shit star jumps. We were pretty good star jumps.
You call them star jumps?
Oh my shit.
These are star jumps.
Oh,
No,
fucking
so,
great.
Yeah, you were absolutely munted.
Jesus
It
Christ.
was funny. There was someone else. We weren't talking about that person that was munted. Our crowd's just getting a little bit rowdy. Hey, I'm going to take those hand signals as offense. They're racist where I come from. We decided that we wanted to have a quick discussion about the political situation going on in some countries around the world. This is a podcast about politics too. So we're going to talk about the bud, the bud not being enough in Jamaica for the Rusters. For the Rusters.
What's the full name?
The Rusters. The Rastafarians.
Yeah.
Rastafarians.
That's a sick word. I like it.
There's a few. There's this one of the ancient religions. It's called Zoroastrians, something like that.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the oldest religion alive. It's 2,700 years old.
Oh, fuck.
It's like ancient religion. And one of my friends was a Zoroastrian. And I asked him what he what do you do?
Yeah.
To cut calves and throw sprinkled dirt on the children for summer. Nothing weird.
Nothing weird. You're going to leave with nothing weird.
Just normal Catholic shit. The shit. At least that's what my priest did with me. But the dirt on the child.
Oh, right. Yeah.
But no, there's it was telling me about it. It was just like, like I said, this podcast, we know everything. He was like, it's kind of like a in touch with the environment kind of thing, like that.
Yeah, no shit.
I was like,
I can understand that. You're putting earth
I'm all
on you.
about being in touch with the environment, but how does a fucking 2,700-year-old fucking religion survive on just just think of the leaves, mate. Like, let's just relax. Like Christians are like, a baby has been born and he's God, and Muslims are like, and a book came down and it was the truth, and Muhammad gave it to us, and the Jews are like, the Messiah made us and gave us tablets, and the Zoroastrians are just like, oh man, I don't know, he's fucking, what do you like?
Just chill.
We are like the tomatoes. I'm like, no, you're not.
But on that though, imagine what they're like now, considering they have a shortage. Like
what, tomatoes?
No.
The Rastafarians.
Yeah, I'm talking about the Rastafarians.
See, the Rastafarians in Jamaica, they've had a bud thing because they're on lockdown, so they can't cultivate.
Yeah, they can't cultivate. Yeah, they can't feed it, they can't water it, they can't do anything. So they have a shortage. And
do you think that like? I'll continue. I've got a joke to set up. Continue. What are the Jamaicans doing with their bud?
They can't cultivate.
Are they blaming it on each other and then going, "It wasn't me"?
Well, no, I don't think they are.
It was a Jamaican joke. It wasn't me. And then it kind of.
What do you mean?
It wasn't me. Because he's Jamaican.
Is he?
Shaggy. Blah 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 blah
He's
blah
Jamaican.
blah blah blah. He's like Sebastian the Crab. He's that Jamaican.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that's bad. I didn't know that.
He's like the only other people that we know from Jamaican television, the guys from Cool Runnings.
Well, on that, this podcast is also about learning. We learn a lot.
And I feel like we learn a lot about each other.
Yeah, and teaching because we know everything. So
You guys are gonna. This is why you tune in every week.
yeah, no shit. Like you're not gonna know everything.
So you've tuned in like the last 5 weeks, and
This is the first episode.
no, they've been waiting for us.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I'm sure.
We've been linking up.
So you've been waiting, and we figured it's time to teach you some things. Can I play a word association game with you, Marco? I'm just going to say a word, and you're going to say the first word that comes to mind.
Okay, go.
Ready?
Go. I
3,
actually like this.
2, 1, vomit.
Man, what?
You just said the same word. Okay, all right.
What
3, 2, 1, horse.
Riding.
Oh, he's good, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I've got one final one for you.
Oh no.
Sorry, I got one final one for you.
Don't.
You know, I'm literally just thinking of one. Captain America.
Cunt. He's a cunt. No, he's a cunt. He took all the fame.
And you got it here. You got the hot take here, ladies and gentlemen. Captain America
He's a cunt.
is a cunt.
I wrote him a letter.
Listen, I watched them up and he didn't reply.
Well, he did. He's just like, well,
wait.
I disagree, full stop. That's
A
it.
great celebrity.
Yeah.
He wrote a letter.
Yeah.
He sent it back to you with like a response, and he's a cunt. What did it say?
I disagree, full stop.
Wait, what did you... So wait, you wrote Tim, hey, Captain America, you're a cunt.
Yeah.
Yours truly,
Oh, no, I didn't make it too formal. I was just
Marco Adolf Rubino. And you sent it off to him, and he comes back saying, oh, I disagree. Captain Adolf America.
why is everyone
It's
Adolf?
just a lot of middle names. And he just throws it back at people, and he does this to the children that ask questions of him.
I wasn't even a child. This was yesterday.
Wait, it was a quick response?
He's a quick
We're in
rider.
a pandemic, and people are getting things sent from Captain America. Just a disagreeing point.
You gotta know your people, right? You gotta know your people, you gotta take
I
care
don't
of
know
your
what
people.
it is about you collaborating.
I can get a boat
Always.
to sail to America.
You just always been
in about 2
sneaky little
days.
crafty little bastards.
We could be in America in one day.
I mean, yeah, that's actually not hard. Like most
By
planes do
boat.
that. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. So they're going
Illegally.
take. Oh, legally. But they've got the Coast Guard there.
No, illegally.
You know what I often think of the Coast Guard?
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
I'm kidding. Yes,
I
go on.
want you to use your powers of deduction and take out the 2 words that make Coast Guard and decide what they
The
do.
guards of the
I get it.
oceans.
Carpentry. What are they doing? Carpenting? No. I get it.
A lot of people like to think we'd work with carpets.
Plumbing.
and it
Do they
pisses me
just
off.
always make things plumb? I know what plumb is.
I don't think anyone's ever thought of that.
But then you think of other jobs that are for maybe simple people. Like, I don't know. What would you call yourself if you made cabinets?
Dumb cunt.
Because
On that,
I would have gone with a cabinet maker, but I've got to vouch for what you're saying.
well,
here.
we actually just palmed that job off to them because we couldn't be fucked doing it.
But is their official title dumb cunt?
Yeah. Ask Dad. He knows. He should be here. He knows everything too. He knows what gender your child is whenever.
How do you think we know? Like, how do you think we know everything? It's because your dad has told us.
100%.
You know what else?
I think so.
You know what else your dad has done with frightening precision?
What?
His predictions for this pandemic have been incredibly accurate in the opposite sense.
I actually don't know. If you're all right. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Every time he guesses the wrongest answer.
Yeah.
It's been unreal. I have no qualms with him. I have no issues. And he would come to me and go, no, that's it. It was the end of the big 8-week lockdown. He goes, we're going to be in this lockdown for another 6 weeks. And I've gone, whoa, that's a the big call. I didn't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, well, no one knows.
And he's gone, no, it's going to happen. We're going to be in here for another 6 weeks. Right when we had 0 cases for 7 days. And I'm like, oh, wow. I mean, that's probably, yeah.
It doesn't look like it's going up.
Anyways, and then literally within half an hour, I got a phone notification saying Dan Andrews is going to speak at 11:30 today to say that restrictions are easing. So that was step one. Step two, fucking 4 months ago, we had a case out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And he goes, that's it. We're going back in, boys.
But he always thinks...
He said, Dan Andrews is going to put us back into lockdown, and it's going to be worse. We're not even going to be allowed to
I know. I had a conference this morning.
I can't kiss my wife in our marital bed. That's what he said.
We had to do it in a normal bed.
That's what he said to me. He said in our marital bed.
He can't kiss his wife.
He didn't say that. He doesn't know those words.
No, he doesn't.
But he rocks up and he goes, nah, we're going into a massive lockdown. And literally the next day, Dan Andrews announced more easing of restrictions. So I'm just waiting for him to tell me that the pandemic will never be cured. Because then 100% it's going to be cured.
It's true. He hasn't actually said that.
When the day he says, we're going to be living with this forever, I will know that I can book my trip to Italy the next day. No issues.
Because by the time it gets...
It's just frightening accuracy. I think that people have a certain intuitiveness and that some people are really attuned to that stuff. I think he's literally so in tune with the world, but it's he's got the map upside down.
Wow, I actually really like that.
Does that make sense?
That was really good, yeah, because he's doing the exact opposite.
He's looking at it and it's going, we're going back into lockdown. But if you read, we're going back into lockdown.
You should flip it.
It says, well, we're not going back into lockdown.
You should flip it. Every time you say it, mention it to him and be like, so it's going to be the opposite.
Just say the opposite of that for me, Fabio.
Yeah.
Correct.
But then what if that jinxes it and then it actually happens the opposite of that because he said that?
This is why I haven't brought it up. And
You're smart. I like that.
I'm bringing it up now. I suspect he won't have listened to however many minutes of the podcast this has been.
But I hope not. Because now we've just ruined it for everyone. Not just for us. We're all going to die.
Now he's going to be aware of that.
Yeah.
And he's going to make the wrong decisions now.
Yeah. Maybe he's going to think no, I know what's going on.
Guys, I'm sorry, I've ruined this. I'm sorry, this is my fault.
Put the onus down again.
Your dad, with frightening impossibility, has connected the dots every single time. Word association. Paper.
Clip.
Did you say? You said clip.
Sure.
I just want to be sure there was a P at the end of that word. Yeah, we'll take that. We'll run that one.
Yeah,
All right, give me one. Go. Drugs.
Drugs?
I don't know. I was already thinking of drugs. I thought you were going to say drugs.
Oh.
And then I was just going to...
Caterpillar.
I'm still thinking of drugs.
Caterpillar, mate.
Chrysalisk.
Answer the question.
You're the ugliest person I've ever
seen. I do it well, so...
You know, I've sometimes thought about, your flexibility of face.
I think I could do everything you can do.
I wasn't a challenge.
Oh, no, I'm saying, I don't think I can do extra.
You think you're better than me?
I wasn't challenging you. I'm saying,
I could do everything you can do.
I don't think I can do anything out of the ordinary. I should
No,
say that.
it's just you got this bendy face. You got eyebrows. Yeah, it's so ugly. Stop. It's because your eyebrows have got right angles in them.
Yeah, because I'm sick.
This is really good listening podcast stuff. I'm just looking at somebody's face and saying it looks funny, but I can't tell you what it is. He's just got a funny face.
Yeah, it's hard to explain beauty.
I've got a big head.
You do.
I've got a fucking massive
I've tried
head.
putting your hats on and it didn't go well.
You know, I've tried putting my hats on
I think I could stand in it.
I tried putting on my hat. Didn't go well.
But then again, I can put a hat on while I have hair and then I go get a haircut and I actually have to go down 3 sizes. Because it's that thick.
You're like 1/3 hair.
Yeah, it's fucked. It's fucked up. Like, I actually have to time it.
Mate, you've got such a blend in you.
Yeah, well.
One day we're going to do one of those spit tests.
I reckon we should. It'd be sick. For everyone.
Do you know how they do the spit test?
Not necessarily, no.
You just go to your local, like...
Spit tester.
And you go to him and he presents you with a newborn and you spit on it. And
then whatever he comes out as.
No, they wipe. Oh no. You know,
just let him grow in it.
Giving him some colour.
I
You have made this baby Asian.
don't know how, but.
But that means you're about 20% Asian. So, sick, thanks. And they send it to you in a little font online.
Wow.
No, because I've often known, like, every time a white person does that test, it's really cool.
Yeah.
Because it's always like 20% sub-Saharan African, 30% Egyptian, 20%.
It's fucking awesome, though.
See, like, because you would be a weird one, but I suspect that you'd be a lot from Africa and Arabia.
You reckon?
100%. Italy was conquered, the south of Italy was conquered by Greece for thousands of years, Turkey for thousands of years, Egypt held it in the bottom when it was part of stuff. And you've got African hair.
I do have African hair. It's
and
crazy.
And you're as dark as dark things.
Good save.
I was like, who? No one. I was trying to think of an actor, and I was like, no. He's shit. You're kind of just a shit colour.
You're wearing a black shirt.
So yeah, I know that I've got the same colour as most white people. You know, like I'm white, but I also burn like a crisp. See, I always thought it was funny that like when people would like say that somebody else was like, you know, like someone of colour, like a person of colour.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you're more consistently dark brown. I change colours with the fucking wind, mate. Why people go blue, purple, fucking pink every 3 seconds, yellow.
There's actually a sunscreen that makes me go blue. I look like smooth.
Oh, I've seen it. You do. You've got a bluish hue, nice and fresh for Sunday morning. I'm a plum.
My plum.
You got like a plum hue.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
When you wipe you down, you're like, oh, is he bruised? What's going on?
I actually look like a bruise. It's fucking crazy.
You look like actually. Oh wait, that's the blue paint that you wear.
Oh no! So you confusion there. That's a funny one
different.
Because that happens all the time.
Funny.
So.
I make the funny jokes sometimes.
Funny
it's like, you know, in Predator when Arnie covers himself in mud and goes, "Come on, come and get me."
No, I remember the movie.
No, I was just checking.
Especially that part.
It has nothing to do with this. I just went, "Oh, come and get to me. What are you doing?"
You do that voice.
And then the Predator goes. I don't know what he makes, but then he goes, I'm going to kill you. And then that's the whole movie. I'm telling you that is the entire film. He's very strong. And then he shoots him. And then Sylvester Stallone pops up. No, he doesn't. but I just fully expect him.
What's the name in English?
See, when you do the voice in Italian, that's not Sylvester Stallone's voice. He's just like, Adrian! But that's your go-to Rocky.
I've only watched that movie in Italian.
Hey, Trian, what are you doing? What do you think he talks like? Sylvester Stallone is like, you gotta put it down, punch somewhere else.
Fuck, it's
Rocky Balboa, I'm gonna punch you in the face. And you, I don't even know how
when he's yelling in agony.
He goes, Adrian, not, come on, Adrian.
Come over here.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Oh,
so like that's a good impersonation of Rocky Balboa. I must admit, your Italian one. What do you sound like in Italian?
I don't know. You tell me. I don't listen to myself.
I don't listen to myself.
This cunt blabbering on.
I've never listened to myself a day in my life. This is like I'm just disconcerting hearing my voice.
Nothing there.
You're.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. I'm not listening to myself.
I think we've wrapped on this episode, Marco.
I think we have.
I think we've done a good job.
I think we've done all right.
Where can they find you, Marco? What's your socials? Rubino 081442333812.
Is that actually it? Because I don't know.
Dude, it's just Rubino and a lot of numbers. And I'm Mad Jabok. You can go find us, and you can subscribe to the Instagram, follow the Instagram, and we'll get some podcasts out to you guys as soon as
I think I'm Rubino 8886 6886.
So
you work it out. You'll find it. You'll find it. You know my face.
Some sixes and some eights. We'll work it out when we get there. But from the boys, it
From the boys.
Cha-cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. It's time to say
get a sound, we're gonna get a
goodbye to the family.
Cunt.
See you later.